Hey guys, Rangineer once again bringing you all now the finals of the Demacia Cup 2015 summer season between EDG and OMG. We got had some pretty good exciting games overall in the semifinals. Then we see EDG and OMG saw them come ahead. EDG beating Invictus Gaming, OMG beating Snake Esports, and now both of these teams are going to be playing in the finals. EDG definitely the favorites. If they win this game, that will be their third Demacia Cup in a row. They won the spring season as well, and 2014 summer Demacia Cup as well. So, of course, we got amazingJ, clearlove, Pawn, Deft, and Meiko on EDG. Xiyang, LoveLing, Cool, North, and Amazing on OMG. Probably going to get all mixed up with amazingJ and Amazing. Same lineups as we had in the semifinals. And we'll see how it goes. Rise, ban, and of course you want to ban out the Maokai away from Xiyang. Don't want any of that. Also gonna grab Gragas for clearlove, and you don't want LoveLing on him. LoveLing loves playing himself some Gragas. Played pretty much nothing but Gragas, I believe, in the semifinals against Snake Esports, so you're gonna want to. They don't want any of that. Also, don't feel like playing against AP Ezreal in the mid lane. Take that away from Cool. On the opposite side, OMG do ban out Kalista. Rek'Sai, that's not something you want Clearer to get their hands on. And Corki, so that Deft doesn't pressure them early. Seems like they might be considering Nautilus here and gonna grab the Sivir for North. Now, for them, Nautilus is a bit of a flex pick. They can go for a top lane. Xiyang, known to play a lot of Nautilus top. But Amazing has also had some really good games as Nautilus support. Played him 3 games in the semifinals, so do expect him to come out there as well. On the opposite side, Pawn going to grab Azir, and they're going to grab the Shen for amazingJ, as they're going to want to get some globals into the fray here. Fairly tanky team right out of the gates with Gragas and Shen, and a lot of pressure anywhere on the map that they feel like. Alistar is open. Amazing really likes playing his Alistar, so there seems like they might be going for a sort of a double engage, as an Alistar will follow up to a good Nautilus dredge line really well. And Alistar and Bard, that's interesting. Now they're doing something funky here. Might be grabbing Ahri for Cool. We haven't seen Ahri, didn't see her in the semifinals at all. Don't see her as much being played these days as compared to in the spring season or MSI, where she was a bit more of a popular pick. Now it's moved a little bit away from those heavy burst mages, but they're going to grab that. Probably going to see Alistar on Amazing here, and we'll get yet to see what it is that who there is that their jungle is going to be, seeing as how Gragas and Rek'Sai are not available on the opposite side. Meiko going to grab the Janna, it seems, and there is going to be a Vayne, so plenty of disengage. Like really good pick here, Janna, against the Alistar and against the Nautilus, especially. Also, in case Ahri manages to get in close in on that Vayne, they're going to be EDG going to start off with a bit of a sort of protect. Okay, Braum does a similar thing, a little bit more tanky, not as many tools for the disengage and for the protectiveness. But Glacial Official really powerful to disengage on, but can also make a little bit more offensive plays compared to Janna. So, and you have 3 tanks overall, so as long as everybody... Also, you got Azir's Emperor Divide, so that's even more disengage. You got 3 ultimates in the game that act as disengage, and Shen can save. So EDG are going to play a more or less protect the Vayne comp once the mid to late game team fights happen. Until then, they're going to hope to make some plays, create some pressure in hopes of Vayne being able just to farm. And the opposite side seems like OMG is actually considering the, yeah, they're actually going to go for the Nocturne here, so they're going to want to go for that pressure, those level 6 ganks to shut down Vayne. Maybe also to force some aggression onto Pawn. But Vayne's going to be much easier to gank, so that's what I'm expecting to do. We'll see how LoveLing, haven't seen a Nocturne for a while, so we'll see how well LoveLing manages on that. It's going to be an interesting semifinals, to say the least, as these team goes for these interesting team comps. We're expecting clearlove to make the plays. Has a ridiculous... Just been playing really well this entire tournament. Kind of a heavy playmaker for this EDG lineup. Edward Gaming, that's kind of what allows them to be what they are. amazingJ and clearlove pretty much the guys bringing in doing the heavy lifting, while you got Pawn and Deft when they're allowed to carry, they will. And amazingJ and clearlove, they create those opportunities for pawn and deft, as both of these guys are amazing in their roles. Ironically, I say that with two guys named Amazing, but they really are. We saw some really good games, both from North and from Cool on OMG side. OMG knows how to feed a carry if needed. It's not sort of what Sivir goes for, but there is a decent amount of push. Sivir can also always put on some pressure. A decent amount, not a heavy, but a decent amount of wave clear in case of pressure, but they're probably going to want to take an early tower, have that Alistar to protect Sivir if needed, but there probably is going to be a very, very early tower kill on their side, and we'll see how that converts. Let me have a sip of water here. A lot of pictures and such by fans out on the field, posters, papers, glowing lights and names as you got fanboys, fangirls, and a little bit of everything. As the Demacia Cup Summer Season 2015 is extremely close to coming to an end here. Always bringing out a lot of fun, really giving the teams a great opportunity to practice their best of fives. Something I think that the EU and NALCS should consider putting in as well. I mean, like, they play a split midway through a split. They might have an IEM, but that's more of an international tournament, and IEMs are often small. Sometimes only the top team in each region qualifies. And then you have, for instance, this season you had MSI between the spring split and the summer split, where you saw some really good performances from Western Team. Fnatic playing in the semifinals, taking SKT T1, heavy favorites in that tournament, to 5 games, almost getting into the finals and playing against EDG. EDG eventually winning the tournament, but that was really exciting. So it'll be interesting to see how playoffs go and how worlds go. But what I'm trying to say is that the weakness, a lot of people, Redditors included, think that a weakness, there's a ward here. Ward deft being spotted out. They have no idea this is happening. Deft and meiko here. Running around. Okay, just going to ward the red buff. And going to see a LoveLing. They might not have seen. Yeah, they didn't see the ward coming in. So they're going to spot this out as clearlove and amazingJ are just going to go to the opposite side. amazingJ just going to give a quick leash and maneuver themselves to the top lane. While on the opposite side, you do see Xiyang and LoveLing farm the jungle. So bot lane versus bot lane free standard here. Actually, in the bot lane wise, you can't really go if you don't want Sivir to push in and grab an early tower. You can't really play. Like if you go for a split push against the Sivir, you're often giving up a really early tower versus Sivir because you can push in so hard. So you kind of have to go for this. Xiyang gonna TP to lane, gonna ward his Tribrush, and then just gonna go and farm safely. As clearlove is actually in the enemy jungle, grabbing the red in response to his own red being stolen. And we see LoveLing. We'll see whether he actually goes for an early gank. He's going to have access to that fear. And not going to be allowed to gank bot, that's for sure. But he might be able to convert a gank somewhere else. We got a lot of decent heavy CC. If Ahri can hit a charm, that can be a decent follow-up. Top lane also fairly easy to gank. Shen, he at least force a flash and a taunt away. We'll see whether anything happens there. It's going to be important for EDG here to allow deft to farm. Of course, early on, North can just push it in and at least force deft to farm under tower. That at least increases the chances of mistakes. I mean, with a good support like meiko, he's just gonna ready those minions for you so you don't miss a single last hit. But it still increases the chances of deft getting behind, and you just want to continue putting on that pressure. They're warded very far in their lane, so they should be safe at least starting off. Xiyang gonna put in a decent amount of damage on amazingJ. He will eventually be forced to use his Q to regen as much of his life as possible. Look at all those screens. Take all the guess kids are real iPods or not real iPods. We'll see. LoveLing here coming in from behind, so they're considering a gank here on amazingJ, who is at about half health, regening back with potions. He did actually go for a health crystal and 2 potions here. LoveLing is going to back off, knowing that, hey, it's under tower, not going to happen anything there. On the opposite side, North is actually taking a decent amount of damage. We forced the pot already. He's a little bit behind now. That early push and pressure coming out in a boomerang toss. Deft, of course, in Vayne, it is sort of the counter to Sivir. Generally, it is considered the lane counter to Sivir. At least maybe a soft counter, in that Deft can dodge those boomerangs and not take as much heavy harass from a Sivir as many other AD carries are forced to take. So, and you're just kind of farm safely compared to many other situations, especially because of that tumble. Often enough, Vayne is considered a fairly weak early game champion, but in specific situations like playing against a Sivir, often she is not. It's going to be a ping here to bot lane. I wonder if clearlove is actually considering doing something here. I think that's a little bit risky, but it's a question of whether he wants to go for an early Drake. That's a question if he gets help from Braum and Vayne. I'm not exactly sure if that would be a good idea, but it is a possibility. LoveLing here, trying to catch an amazingJ. Oh, he's going to force it back, going from the nuts, and actually just going to grab Braum for himself. Fear it. amazingJ is going to go all the way. What's up? Out of the tower. LoveLing is ready in case they need the help. He's just trying to prevent the backs from amazingJ. Going to proxy farm here. Yeah, just go in yet again. Just auto attack. amazingJ in a little bit of danger. Going to try to push Xiyang back. Xiyang, of course, going to be forced to tank all these minions, but he is going to proxy farm. LoveLing going to maybe grab a little bit of XP on the side before he backs. Yeah, a little bit. And the proxy farming TP comes off for Shen, and his lane just getting pushed in quite heavily, so he's going to try to last hit. Didn't even, backed so fast, lost a little bit of health. His dude didn't even regen all the way back before he did that. Let's see, Pawn and Ahri going fairly even here mid. Pawn and Cool. Cool, you saw against Snake Esports. Cool heavily outfarmed here bot lane. Clear up in position. North is actually quite low. Deft as well. He's going to want to attack for a little bit from a distance. They're going to get amazing almost on a stun, but they're not going to be able to accomplish much as Deft is actually going to be chunked quite heavily, so he's going to be forced to play defensively here. But clearlove coming in at the right time as they're trying to sort of equalize the position, allow Deft to maybe regen a little bit by auto-attacking minions. But there should be a back coming in. The good thing about Vayne is that Vayne can back fairly early without slowing her build path. Like, okay, you don't want to back early because you never do. You want to back once you have access to your Bilgewater Cutlass, but you can back early without damaging your build path heavily, right? Because as a Sivir, if you're forced to go back and buy a pickaxe as instead of a BF sword, that slows you down considerably because you're just going to have to get your BF sword afterwards, or maybe even forced to go Berserker's Greaves for the pushing. But Vayne can actually go Vampiric Scepter, as she's gone here, and a longsword, and a few pots and a pink ward, and not actually sacrifice her build path. Can just back early if the necessity demands, and she will eventually be able to still build the item she wants to build without slowing herself down. It's just that an early back sometimes, you want to come back with a slightly bigger power spike like what Bilgewater allows you. But even with this, you will take the extra regen, the extra staying power in lane, going for a little bit of aggression. Gets that third proc on North allowing that. Even more auto attacks on him. Alistar does bring in a little bit of the regen, not an amazing amount. So far, fairly passive lanes. Shen now level 6, so he's going to have Stand United in case something happens. Xiyang going to come in here. Shen has to be careful if he wants to use Stand United, because Xiyang can easily counter that. Just a quick dredge line in his face, or using Depth Charge, and amazingJ is all of a sudden, instead of going out to help teammates, he's being forced to, like, whoa, reality check. I'm in my lane, man. What happened? Fairly even all sides, yeah, as I was mentioning. Cool, actually, you saw him out farming Snake Esports' mid laner quite heavily. The entire game, you was usually out farmed quite a bit. So you see a bit more of an even matchup here between Cool and Pawn as they equalize their farm just a little bit better. Cool now being donated his blue buff. And LoveLing is now level 6, so do expect his ultimate to be used soon once the situation allows. But of course, lane's being pushed at quite heavily on all sides for OMG, so this is Nocturne's sort of strength coming out now, and you want to be able to utilize it. But with guys, when you're playing a champion like Sivir who wants to, Sivir and Alistar, they're this heavy push bot lane, you're not really creating opportunities for Nocturne to gank bot at all. And playing against the Vayne, you want to create those opportunities against her. But of course, so it's in a way slightly questioning of why they picked the Nocturne, who has this incredible power spike at this specific time in the game. And then picking that into an Alistar Sivir that do push very heavily, so you're not going to be able to take down that Vayne. They knew exactly what they needed to do. They knew who they needed to take down. Pawn and Cool, Charm barely missing. Clearlove here in position is getting it spotted, and Cool just going to be perfectly safe. OMG going to try to put up a fight. No, they're not doing amazing in the LPL. Ooh, I made another pun, not intended. A little bit of a trade here, bot lane. Going for even Braum, of course, using his unbreakable to block quite a bit of that damage, and trades going fairly even on both sides. Deft at least forcing to, forced to chug one potion. Clearlove, they're dying. Not sure from which side that was. They do seem to know about him there, so he's still can't really make a play. The place for him to make a play is possibly top lane, as Nautilus is really out of range, and LoveLing is just waiting for something to happen. I mean, he can't just darkness and go on anybody. Pawn can escape. He can use his Emperor's Divide to block him back, and then he can't do anything. Shen using Stand United bot lane as they're thinking of going clear there as well. North quite late. Amazing going to get knocked into a wall. Deft actually flashing in. Amazing not going to be able to get away here. Get just knocked into the wall. You did use his ultimate to survive as long as possible, but that's going to be a first blood for Deft. That's going to be... He's going to be quite happy with that. As Amazing just gets caught out. Clearlove and Stand United coming in. Of course, you're going to see Xiyang using this opportunity to at least push top lane in. LoveLing on the opposite side, just trying to steal some resources, take advantage of the fact that LoveLing's not in his own jungle. TP going to come out for Shen. Spend a good time. Pawn going to come in, use Emperor's Divide there to almost getting cool off his face. TP coming out as well in support from Xiyang as he uses the depth charge. Going to go in. Is Pawn going to take it down? Yes, he is, with no deaths on the opposite side. Pawn going to get ganked here. Cool. LoveLing going to get the assists. Xiyang, maybe not the guy you want the kill on, but, it's okay, guys. I will tank. I get it for you. He's good. He's good. Gonna give Ahri a little bit of breathing room, as it seems, Ahri just now getting a Morellonomicon. You saw that earlier Morellonomicon on Azir. Annoying. And amazingJ really not managing to keep it back. He does have a Spirit Visage, so the heal is going to be much stronger, so he should be able to lane much better now against the Nautilus, but the extra kill will go a long way. It does have a Ruby Crystal and 2 Doran's Rings, so the pressure will be there. He's going to just be able to continue just slamming into that ground and doing that AoE damage around himself. We're going to get to see that as Pawn went in. Cool went in, missing the charm. Pawn's going to jump over, going to use Emperor Device, but LoveLing actually blocking that with a spell shield. Pawn going to flash out beyond his soldiers, and then Zhang's going to flash beyond the soldiers himself and pop everything. Without the teleport there from Xiyang, that would not have been a kill, and that would have been a lot of wasted resources. Well, rather wasted time, as neither Cool or LoveLing actually popped their flashes. So in that respect, it's perfectly fine. You actually do see a Ranger's Trailblazer and Cinderhulk on Nocturne, so this is sort of a build these days. Increases his clear speed and his tankiness. After that, maybe building a Bork, stuff like that, just for some extra damage. But you do see the Cinderhulk even on guys that might generally build something else. And you see a Ranger's Trailblazer just because these guys love creating plays. Like, you don't want to rely on Chilling Smite. Chilling Smite is there to make a play, right? But using Ranger's Trailblazer allows you to go through a jungle so much faster. It allows you to get the resources you need that much faster. And those resources that you use that for create those plays as well. They give you the capability of making stronger plays. So while there is definitely an argument for getting Chilling Smite on, for instance, Nocturne. Definitely a great argument for getting Chilling Smite. There's also a great argument for getting Trailblazer on pretty much every single jungler in the game. Whether you get Cinderhulk or not. It's going to increase your clear. It's going to increase your survivability in lane. It's going to occasionally, if you're fighting among minions, you're just going to be able to Blasting Smite a minion wave and get some health back, and that's just going to increase your survivability rate by a bit as well. Overall, a fairly decent item. Farm-wise, we got the Vayne out farming a little bit. Almost has her Bork. And then she'll continue the farm at that point. We're going to see which specific build buff she goes for. amazingJ and clear buff going to spot Xiyang trying to steal this blue buff. That's not going to happen. LoveLing coming in from the side as well. Are there going to be any plays made anywhere else at this point? It's 1-for-1. Carries being killed so far. No big team fights. Clear buff, amazingJ. You got the follow-up. LoveLing and Cool. They're going to grab the steal on the blue buff. So they're going to be happy with that. Still no play made. Fairly even. OMG just slightly ahead in gold. Vayne doing a great job of outfarming the Sivir, so she's gonna get strong. Should have enough gold for Bork soon enough to finish that off. That's gonna be a decent power spec, but you're gonna want at least 2 attack speed items on her before you start attacking. amazingJ going in there. North taking some damage, almost being close enough to a stun, so not a maneuver there. Who was considering to go in. Everybody just sort of warding around, being safe, trying to de-ward, trying to get some vision. Deft is backing at this point, so that should be a Bork for him. Meiko gonna follow him away as well. Does have a ability blitz in case he's gonna want to make a play somewhere else on the map. tower-wise, we do see a tower OMG. This is what's giving them that gold advantage. And at this point, you're just waiting for that first play at Dragon. Sivir has not been allowed to push in that heavily bot lane. They've been playing kind of safe. Clearlove has been threatening the bot lane, so they've just been allowing their own lane to push in, not expending too much mana on Sivir either in order to push that in heavily. They're also a little bit afraid of trading just because Braum can protect quite well. That unbreakable, meiko has actually been shown to use it quite well, creating effective trades for his AD carry by doing so. These people are amazing. Actually managed to do anything. Is Shen a little bit out of position? LoveLing gonna go for a Xiyang there as well. Amazing on the side. There is support coming in for amazingJ. Let's see how long he can survive. He's gonna flash for it. He's gonna taunt back. Nice cast as he gets him into tower range, forcing LoveLing to flash back. amazingJ still low. Emperor's Divide gonna get down. Xiyang now in position, going on amazingJ instead of running away, and that's gonna mean his death. And in response, he seemed to maybe have had his flash, but didn't spend it defensively. On the opposite side, mid lane, nobody be able to push anywhere. Deft in north by himself does get a boomerang on Deft. Doesn't do a lot of damage though. Just gonna be forced to get under this tower. Deft gonna go for it. Has Stand United on him. North trying to DPS. Flashes away. Not gonna help as the Shen comes in, gets a taunt on him. That's gonna be yet another kill, and that might actually be the bot tower as meiko comes in from the side as well. Well, he's gonna DPS this a little bit. meiko just gonna stand behind the Braum and we shall be fine. Everything is great. That's gonna be another tower. That's gonna be a tower. So EDG gonna equalize the tower situation. Gonna grab himself a 1.5k gold advantage here. And Vayne, of course, gonna get the last hit on that. Don't even need to look at the screen to know that that's what's happening. People making the plays. Making the plays. So you saw there, like, amazingJ getting caught out, but staying alive long enough. And that's what Shen does. LoveLing going in on it. Instantly flashed by amazingJ. You're gonna get knocked up and everything. Surviving for a long time, using the taunt, then getting forced back in. clearlove with a great cast to displace the team. LoveLing being forced back out of the fight. And Xiyang just like, hey. Oh well. Seemed like he flashed there offensively, but pretty odd for him to actually do so in that particular situation. And it's EDG that just using these small advantages that allows them to keep hold of leads, to stay ahead in games, and just being the dominant force that they are. Teams really can't afford to keep allowing them to do this, as EDG just snowballs really hard and can easily take advantages like this and turn them into victories. Okay. EDG, clearlove, and meiko. They're just gonna go in there and pawn. Just hey. EDG, clearlove, yeah, rather clearlove, meiko, and pawn. Gonna go to the dragon. They're gonna grab that. Thank you very much. And we'll see amazingJ just facing off against the Xiyang. Xiyang has created some pressure top lane, always pushing out the Shen. He's a little bit of ahead, but Shen has gotten a lot of assists, has been present for all of his team's fights, so he's taking advantage of that. Vayne has actually grabbed herself 2 kills, so the protect the Vayne comp is slowly being set up quite well. North doing a good job of actually trapping the Scuttle Crab inside the Dragon Pit to get the kill. Some dewarding going on as OMG is trying to take a little bit of control of vision because EDG is getting this advantage. That early Drake form is going to be thankful for that. Cool just trying to clear the wave to get into the tower. But Pawn is like, whatever, I have soldiers, man. I'm not worried. Get some damage on you. Kill these little minion dudes. I can do plenty. Avoid Staff straight after Morello because he just wants to do that heavy damage so the soldiers can do with their attacks and with their Q. North finally, okay, he's up against amazingJ at this point, and not too much happening there. amazingJ can push this out, he's gonna be fine, but it's a question of where the fight's gonna come. Like, OMG has a pretty good engage comp. You got the Nautilus, you got the Sivir ultimate, that can get a bunch of kills, that can do a lot for your team, but it's a question of how much they can actually accomplish with this. We will just have to see overall for the future what they can do. Let's see, LoveLing, amazing, trying to come in here behind. There's going to be a death charge. Meiko, deft, and clearlove being locked in. Meiko locked in on him. He's the support, though, so the damage is coming from the opposite side. Stuns coming off. Nice barrel as Xiyang is being forced back right away. LoveLing going to get stunned. There is support coming on. Cool and amazingJ from both sides. LoveLing going to take a lot of damage. Cool going to try and get from the backline. Amazing actually going to get taken down by Pawn. Still, Emperor's Divide goes down as well. Ahri manages to take down the Shen. Gragas takes the Ahri in response, and now deft going in for the chase. Gonna cancel that, turn around and just take the tower instead. Thank you, as EDG comes ahead. Only Shen dying, and he's the tank, so they're gonna be fine. They actually get the kill on Amazing. And Cool dies as well. Emperors go in. LoveLing trying to shield himself. Is it gonna be enough? LoveLing gonna be forced to fight aggressively as Pawn takes a lot of damage. And Xiyang getting really low. North really not with the DPS. Does get the kill, though, on deft. And I don't think he's gonna chase. Just gonna grab the kill that he got for free. Thank you very much. Deft seems to be shaking his head there. I was like, how would I allow that to happen? North at least going to grab that kill in response. And if nothing else is behind in farm, wants to get himself ahead. As on the opposite, you see Vayne is going for that good old Bork into Ghostblade build. Call it old school, call it fun, call it what you like. It is what it is. Now we see Cool playing it out, and she's just gonna farm this mid lane as amazing, and him goes. Just no pressure really out for OMG. They've lost 2 towers, 1 top, 1 bot. Still nobody taking the mid, as everybody seems to want to contest that, always want to push it out, always want to equalize it. Neither tower is, I believe, at even below half health. I might be wrong, but it doesn't seem that way. Baron, meanwhile, as all this fairly passive play has happened, Baron has spawned, and he's like, hi guys, somebody like me, I wanna play. And EDG, I think for now, is just gonna slowly set themselves up to trying to push out their lanes, keep up the pressure, as amazingJ and Xiyang have gone themselves bot lane and just chilling out. LoveLing actually gonna go in it, Cool behind. Pawn gonna force the barrier, use the Emperor's Divide. No charm, nothing hitting. Nice try. LoveLing trying to create a play. Nice edge line. Gonna get the kill with a follow from stun. Meiko actually with Glacial Fissure. amazingJ coming in as well. clearlove coming in, taking a bunch of damage. North and LoveLing instantly getting gibbed. Now it's a bit 3-on-3. Meiko fairly low. Cool is trying to kite as well as he can. clearlove getting stunned, taking a lot of damage. It's actually going to be 4-on-3 as Xiyang getting really low. And they just trade too many people for too few people. Meiko coming in out front. He's just tanking most of the damage for his team. They're going to grab this first mid tower and put in even more global pressure on the map, while top one is being pushed out quite a bit. They're pinging to go to save that. Hey, somebody go farm that stuff. Probably going to give it to deft so he can go and continue this. Seems actually might be amazingJ that goes out and farm that. As deft is trying to make a play here mid. Amazing taking a little bit of damage. Cool gonna get the stuff. Amazing going in straight away. Shen actually gonna use Dynamite on deft, and amazing gonna get caught and killed for that. Going in way too heavy. Maybe did not expect the Shen there. But not enough burst, I think. Not sure if there's enough burst there, especially with your teammates this close by to try to go for that kill out of nothing. Way too risky. amazingJ didn't even wait a second. Like, no way. Deft is not dying today. We're going to make sure that he does not. So no chance for you, friends. amazingJ is going to go up top. Finish and push it. Oh, LoveLing going to catch yet again. They're trying to go for Pawn. Going in full. They're going to get him this time. Cool going to grab the kill. He's going to be thankful for that. But as I was saying, amazingJ, you see the difference in playstyle. amazingJ, he actually goes for bombies. I guess you're going to... We've seen Shen being played with only Bomby Cinder, but this game is actually going to go with the Sunfire with the extra health and the extra damage. So Shen can go and split push. That's kind of the plan there. So you can continue split pushing and putting on pressure that way. OMG gotta be considering what it is that they can do tactically to create a play. They're gonna want to push out this mid lane with utilize Sivir for that, and they want to create some pressure. Unfortunately, with the team that they're up against, it's really hard in team fights. Once team fights start to actually get to the Vayne, which is also what they want to do, they're putting down the pressure of this mid lane and thinking of taking this dragon. Their team is a little bit spread out. Cool is not in position. Xiyang is a little bit from the back. He's gonna get caught out. He's not quite ready. His team gonna use the abilities they can to get in. Glacial Fissure to separate the team. Xiyang trying to get in on deft. He's just gonna take too much damage. Deft just being kept alive, facing the mountain on his face. Now the first punt to go down is actually gonna be clearlove as Amazing gets the kill. Deft gonna chase cooldown, get a bunch of damage. The ultimate from Cool is actually being used. Deft still being allowed to fight, getting very low. Gonna get taken down by Cool here as the fight continues. Gonna see the Sivir North gonna get taken down. So LoveLing and Xiyang getting very low as amazingJ just go in on him face. And Pond bringing in the DPS in place of deft, getting the kill on Xiyang. It is going to be a 2-for-2 trade as more people die. OMG, though, as you see, not satisfied with that. North getting taken down there, not managing to bring that in, and that's going to be a dragon for EDG. As OMG is just a little bit too low to do anything. No smite available for LoveLing anyway, so they're just going to give up that second Drake. And you see the fight here. Sivir ultimate to try to save Xiyang. Glacial Fissure instantly in response. clearlove taking a lot of the damage. OMG being forced back into the fight. Xiyang already way too low. They do get to get clearlove, but on the opposite side, deft is forced to chase. There doesn't seem to be a lot of focus going in on amazingJ. Deft just get taken down in the back line. amazingJ goes to fight North. As this has happened, Pawns finally joins the battle, bringing in his DPS. Xiyang gonna get grabbed, stunned, and taken down, and forcing the rest of Team OMG to run back in that particular position as they no longer had Xiyang, who was really important for them to do anything. Now it's going to be Baron. Easy Baron. Actually gonna pop. Glory is... No, they're just going to give this up. They were thinking of it there, but not that time, as LoveLing didn't even go in. Didn't have smite, it seems. Might have spent another camp or something. OMG just playing a little bit too passively, allowing EDG to take objectives. 3 towers to 1, 2 Drakes, and a Baron. And that's going to be even more pressure being put mid. That's going to be a level 2 tower. Inner turret is going to get taken down. Shuriman tower getting put down as well. Azir just like, hey, let's make sure this pressure happens properly. They do want this tower. Deft can attack from range quite a bit. And is OMG going to be able to mount a defense? Shen is pushing top as ult is having. He does have Baron buff, so they can push 2 lanes at the same time. No problem. And this is what's happening. Like, Deft can sort of just chase and fights, and he's not the only damage danger. LoveLing going to go top lane to actually clear this up, but Deft, even when he died, you saw Pawn come in, and he does a bunch of damage as well. Working on trying to get his death cap, it seems, to dealing more damage. Might be going for a Witch Bane. Nah, not really seeing a lot of Witch Banes this year now that I think about it. Might be going for Zanya's instead. We'll see. Deft line gonna go. Deft chart gonna go in. Is there gonna be enough? Meiko gonna get stand united on himself. Shen gonna get prevented, or did he in fact ult in? He did. They're gonna get amazing here. The chase continues. Ultimate from Nocturne. Is he gonna go in? That's the question. There is a tower. He does go in, but not before Ahri dies. Now Worth is in a lot of danger, trying to get the boomerang blade. Nice ultimate there from clearlove as he also displaces the team enough. That's gonna be a tower. Everybody lives for EDG. OMG loses 3 members. And they're not going to be too happy with that, as this is going to be an inhibitor for EDG. And they're just going to continue the pressure. Still have Baron buff. Now should be able to back off and maybe grab top tower. At least you might see Shen maneuvering towards that direction and grab the top tower for his team. Nobody being really allowed to make the plays. Cool going for a lot of magic resist / magic resist reduction, as he is running the Abyssal Scepter and the Void Staff. You can see that fight here as Xiyang lands, but Pawn just instantly flashes away. Just instantly runs away, gets out of there. And then just the focus is all crazy. Meiko gets low, but he runs away. Everybody, like the Alistar dies, everybody else gets low. Ahri gets picked off by Deft, and North gets picked off as well before he can really do too much. And the guys that get low that fight are amazingJ and Meiko. The guys you want to get low. The guys you want to tank. The front line. The only thing OMG managed to actually do that game was attack the front line. And what are you gonna say to that? Like, what are you supposed to do when it's your front line that are which are supposed to tank the damage is just getting destroyed? So at this point, EDG should just continue the push. Excuse me, we'll have some bit of water. Getting on here, getting thirsty. I'm gonna point out a statistic. For EDG, amazingJ has participated in every single kill that EDG has. He has 1 kill, and 12 assists. Actually going for Zeke's Herald, interestingly enough, just to buff deft and to buff pawn in a way, I suppose, as well, but mostly for deft. Definitely playing deft is going to kill people comp, and just allowing him to do so. Allowing him to stay alive. Shen just going to go top lane because he can split push all day because he has a Sunfire cape. The rest of his team going to go bot lane. Shen has TP, has Stand United. He's ready to participate in yet another fight. And there's no response. It's just Shen's shield is just strictly better than a standard teleport. OMG do have forward wards so that Xiyang can teleport in case of a fight. But it's just such a rough position. Amazing actually going in. LoveLing from the side, going in on deft right away, trying to get in, but he's going to be forced back right away as the cast comes off. Pong going to get very low. He's actually going to get taken down by Cool. Now Xiyang is going to be the one taking the damage as he's TP'd in. It's going to be a 4v4. LoveLing is very low. Amazing very low as well. Kuev going in heavily. Not enough DPS from OMG. As you see North getting taken down. LoveLing in the back. He doesn't bring in the damage. He's getting in very low as well. Deft going to continue the chase. Actually going to get a kill and on Cool as well. Double kill for him. Amazing is actually getting very low as well. Gonna try to escape. Never mind, as Deft gets a triple kill. Their bot lane just being allowed to do the DPS that it wants to do, and that's going to be EDG finishing up the game. No chance there for OMG, as the Protect the Vayne comp works beautifully for EDG here. And two quick fights. EDG actually with the bad manner going to the pool and dying to the laser. They're going to grab an easy victory. EDG quite happy with that, as everybody plays solid and protect the Vayne comp works. Def just like, yep, I'm amazing. I'm awesome. Let's do this. So 1-0 lead. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe to the channel. Check out some of the other VODs. And I'll see you guys in the next game. GG guys. Lord Ranch Net. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.